I want to get your guys' honest opinion on something. All right, now usually when I do a lot of these discussion-based videos, usually it's when I'm reading something that someone else wrote, we're kind of like reacting to it. In this case, we're actually going to be reading something that I tweeted out, and it got a lot more traction and a lot more responses from a lot of people that I was truly unexpected. So I know you already dropped a like on the video, so I want to thank you. Thank you in advance for that. But I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys the tweet, and then I want to talk about some specific things regarding the future of mobile gaming and how concerned I am for it. All right, here's the tweet. I'll have it up on the screen as well. Apex Legends Mobile failed, sadly. Warzone Mobile failing, deserved. COD Mobile and PUBG Mobile are 84 years old. 84 was a play on, by the way, it's not actually 84 years old. It's a play on that meme, that came from the Titanic with the old granny. Anyway, I sometimes worry about the future of mobile gaming. So this is, and a lot of the responses that I got from this tweet is that it's only BRs that are failing. There's a lot of other genres that are very successful. iStream also commented on it. Huge shout to him. He's probably one of, if not the nicest guy out there. But what he had mentioned is that it's only BR that this is happening to, and that other genres are very successful. Notice the only games that I mentioned in the tweet: Apex, Warzone, PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile. These are all BRs. These are battle royale games. So of course, I know there's games like Clash of Clans and Brawl Stars, any Supercell title, Genshin Impact, Raid Shadow Legends. Of course, I'm just specifically talking about BR. My whole channel is based on BRs. I'm not talking about other mobile games. I'm talking about the mobile games that I care about, that I cover. Okay, so that was kind of weird. So I want to talk about Apex Legends Mobile for a second, and why I had put sadly in there. This game was absolutely incredible. It was such a good game. Yes, it did have bugs and glitches. It didn't have like the greatest launch of all time. There was a lot of hype behind this game, and people still to this day, it's already been a year since it shut down. Still to this day, even I'm still tweeting about this game. It was so much fun. It's one of those things where you don't know what you have until it's gone. And that's what we have with Apex Legends. At the time when this game first dropped, I actually wasn't even allowed to play it. I wasn't allowed to play it because I was under contract with PUBG Mobile, which I can actually talk about now. But I was under contract with it, and me and many other creators weren't even allowed to play the game on our channels. And it sucked. Like, thinking back, I think I missed a huge opportunity. I don't know if content creators would have made the difference in saving the game, because EA fumbled the ball so hard with this. But yeah, going back, it was such a good game. Now, when we're talking about Warzone, we already know I've made 100 videos on it. I'm gonna make 100 more if I have to. I don't really care if people think I'm making the same content over and over. I could say the same thing about someone who just makes gameplay content, or a content creator who just opens crates on their channel all day. You open one crate, you've opened them all. But I like covering games. That's what I'm doing on the channel, and I'm expanding outside of PUBG Mobile. But when it comes to Warzone, the game failed so epically, it has to be covered. And the fact it was hyped up so much, and it was going to be the game that destroys all games, and it didn't meet that expectation. And then the views on these channels that are posting, like, people won't even touch the game, like it's destroying devices. Warzone Mobile is destroying channels. The views of some of these content creators covering Warzone, it's really sad. Nobody deserves it. It's really sad to see what has happened to some content creators' channels covering Warzone. I feel really bad for them, and they're under contract, so they still have to not only post the content, but, they can't delete it. Like, they have to leave it up. And it's really, really sad. They fumbled so hard, harder than any game in this genre, I guess I have to specify that now. Any game in this genre, no game has failed harder. Since I made this tweet, there's actually another game that has completely failed, which I've been covering for a very long time, and that was New State. I still get people trolling me about New State on Twitter and in the comment section. And who's copying who's doing what. At the end of the day, you know what matters? It matters which game's still being updated. Which game is still dropping new content. Which game has more players playing it. And of course, that would be PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile came before New State. Like, that's not up for debate. And New State, I know Win, shout out to Win. He's been trolling New State a lot, which I think is pretty funny because he was one of the only big creators that were even covering the game. And they dropped an update. It has something like 2 fixes, and that's it. He made like a 10-second video covering the update, kind of as a true thing because it's true. There's nothing new to cover, but as a troll, kind of like a troll video as well. And there's a lot of rumors saying that this is the first time they haven't had a battle pass or whatever they call it. They don't have a new battle pass dropping with this update. So now you have New State looking grim. And as I'd mentioned in the tweet, PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, they're great games. Both of them are fantastic games, but they are old. They're not 84 years old, right? They're 5 and 6 years old. But they're still old. And you still have a lot of players out there who want something new. And just dropping a new event or a new exuit, every month, or dropping, some type of new event in the game. People want more than that. They want new mechanics. They just want something different. The whole, if you polish a turd, it's still a turd type. Not that PUBG Mobile's a turd. It's not. PUBG Mobile's great. But just because you're fixing certain things in the game, at the end of the day, this is the game. We all know the game. I think that's where a game like Bloodstrike has found so much success in kind of this weird purgatory state we're in mobile gaming. I think Bloodstrike is that new game as kind of like a blend of Apex and Warzone kind of lumped into one, with the abilities of the characters. It has the quick movement, like Warzone, the very, very fast looting, and has a lot of the same things in the game. But what's great about it is people can actually play it. You can actually play it on almost damn near every single device that's out there. So I think that's where Bloodstrike has found a lot of success. But overall, the mobile gaming scene in the Battle Royale genre looks very bleak. It doesn't look good. It sends a bad message. Hopefully you've made it this far into the video as we round everything up here. It sends a very bad message to games and game developers who have considered dabbling in the mobile market, especially new developers. A developer like Tencent, right? Or a developer like NetEase. They're good to go. They basically run this market where developers like Respawn, right, with Apex, developers like Activision, they don't know this mobile market truly. I mean, it's clear as day. They don't understand this market like these other game developers understand it. And I think that's going to be that's the saddest thing, is it's like these developers like Tencent, it's like they're too strong now because their games are so well optimized. They know how to play this game, if you know what I'm saying, where a new developer that say has never made, who want to get into the mobile scene but have never made a mobile game before, they've only, say they're coming from PC, look at Blizzard, with a catastrophic launch of Diablo Immortal. They were doing great on PC, but they came over to the mobile market and they just didn't understand it. They didn't understand it from optimization standpoint. They didn't understand it from a marketing standpoint and as well as monetization. So again, just to kind of sum everything up, I'm worried about the future of Battle Royale just because it's been 6 years and there has not been a game that has been able to make its way into the scene and be successful other than Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG Mobile. What is it? What does the mobile gaming scene look like for you if you've made it this far into the video? But that's all I have for today. Drop a like. I'll see you in the next one.